Do I look like a mess? Yeah, well. Anyway, hello lovely people, welcome to the video. My name is Athena, I am a brand new writer, writing my first book whilst homeschooling my two girls and being with them 24/7. I have no peaceful writing time, that's a thing, my computer's turning off. Okay, so, updating November challenges. What are we doing? Quick, not update, before we get to the update. Quick recap for those who have no idea what I'm talking about. I am taking part in the Pawrico2024 challenge. It is a new challenge that has popped up around this time, as many more have, that spans November, December, and January. You can pick your own path. It is part of the Pathfinders Writing Collective, where we pick our own path, whether that is outlining, drafting, plotting, drafting, editing, rewriting. Whatever your project is, you can do it during these 3 months. You can only do November, you can do November, December, you can do November, December, January, you can do December, January. It is your own path, but it does end on the 31st of January. My personal goal is plotting, prepping, all the prep now in November, start writing on the 1st of December, draft 3, and finishing it on the 31st of January. That is the goal, that is the plan. I am starting writing on the 1st of December, no matter what. Like, that was I've moved my goals around, I've moved, the timelines and whatnot, but the one thing that I'm definitely set on is that I'm starting to draft, working on draft 3 on December 1st, because your girl just needs to get writing. I'm itching, my fingers are like I need to. I've started doing a bit of work on my outlines, on my little scene outlines that I have, in full-on preparation for starting on the 1st, and I love it. I love the type, I love writing, I love the ideas just flowing again and sorting out the new scenes that need to be sorted out in Act 1 and all that. So, what have I been doing this past week? I set up my beat sheets in the previous week. I then set up my little board. I should probably have little clips that are showing up now for you guys to kind of see. I went ahead and set up the board. I set up all of my beats. Now, I do have dual point of view at this point. I am tempted to make it a one single point of view, especially after seeing how full the board is. It's just, it is 2 beat sheets in one. That is, there's a lot happening in one of the POVs and not so much in the other, but some of the other one, the second POV, can be rather essential. They are rather essential. So I am tempted to go one POV. I think I will decide that just before I start writing draft 3. As crazy as that sounds. I'm gonna keep on working. What I have done at this point was this. I looked at my board where it was all set up with the beats, and a lot of the things, so the first half, no, actually not the first half, my bad. What was I saying? I was interrupted as per usual. Yeah, so I was looking, and I'm also trying to get this video a little bit fast, because I do want to try and attend a live writing sprint by Andy E. Sears and Alyssa and the Books, because I rarely am able, due to the time zone differences, because I'm in Australia, I'm rarely able to attend these things live, and yeah. Anyway, moving on. So I looked at my board, I looked at my Save the Cat board, and it was just... My second POV characters, Inciting Incident and Break Into Two and all that, start much later. So it's kind of like my first POV's Break Into Two is kind of his Inciting Incident. Yeah, so it's kind of the board looked really weird, chronologically speaking, and flow speaking. So I did sort all of that out. I was happy to find that I had all my beats and everything is nice and covered. And now I'm gonna sit down and set everything up chronologically in the normal flow of the book and how my brain works. That is what I have decided. I'm not gonna go based on beats when it comes to writing. I'm gonna go based on chapters and scenes. Okay. So what I then did after setting all of that up was I pulled everything down. So right now, this is what my board looks like. It's nice and empty again, after spending how long setting it up. What I did do, let me just pop you guys down there. Now, what I did do, however, was I took all of my scenes, my little scene cards. I have them, I have a lot of them actually. And what I did was I kind of separated them in a logical way. It's not necessarily act or beat. It's more so how the story kind of naturally ebbs and flows and the parts separate. I had been tempted, and now even more so, to set it up in a parts way.
Mom, the dolly
Yeah?
Look, my thingy. I saw it!
What was I saying? Ah, yes. I feel like I lifted my camera a bit higher. Did I? Did I not? I don't know. Did I? I see my cars in the background. Anyway, as I was saying, I had been tempted previously, and now more so as I kind of see the parts kind of separated, and I've added like these little like keychains, like little to my scene cards. It's really fun, really fun. So I'm just me and my brain. I was thinking of separating it into parts. I've read several books that kind of have that set up, and even one like really recently now, Fear the Flames, I believe. Yes, Fear the Flames, where it's kind of separated into parts. And I feel like what that will also help me with is getting rid of like extra random transitional scenes that don't really add to the story other than, can you hear them? Because they don't really add to the story, but it's just because you need to somehow move from one to the other without it being completely like just randomly, you know. Well, if you separate it into parts, I feel, as a reader, I feel like that's not really jarring. Like, so I'm okay with that, because when I'm writing my book, I think that's like my main thing with writing my book up to this point. I think like a reader a lot of the time, and I'm trying to make sure it's not jarring and it's not like, you know, throwing you out of the whole, you know, I'm working on the flow of it basically. That's the crux of it. So what I'm going to be doing today, so I'm not like dragging this video out, the live starts in 3 minutes, and your girl wants to get some work done if these children let me. That is a question to remain. You guys will probably get to see me do a little bit of that, but I'm going to take these scene cards and kind of working with these and, you know, moving these around and having a hands-on scenes to work with. I'm going to edit my little scene outlines on my, in my, what is it called? Oh my God, my brain. My Milanote. I love Milanote. I pay for it. The shebang, everything. I love Milanote. It's just, yeah, I found it like when I first started brainstorming, and I'm addicted to it. It's a thing. So I use my Milanote. I have like my little scene card outlines, and using these to kind of move them around and figure out how they're going to go on the board. You will see that as well. I'm going to set them up chronologically on the board and then just work out the outlines and everything and see what I need to insert, because there are a couple scenes I know I need to insert in the initial part of Act 1. Act 1 I am changing around quite a bit. Act 2 I think is the one that's pretty much staying almost the same, with just like maybe a few minor like injections of information here and there. Act 3 needs some work, as in once Act 1 and Act 2 are fully sorted, Act 3 will fall into place. I do have my climax, I do have my finale in general. I'm just lacking details and just a few little oomph details and little plot twist endings that I wanna, you know, but that has to do with me like inserting the information and then reaching that point and not just inserting it, you know? Yeah, okay. I don't know if I'm making sense. So today, job of the day and goal of the week. It is the 26th of November today. I think, I think Sunday is like the 1st. So technically by Saturday, I just want to be done with my little outlines. I want to have my board set up in chronological, like book flow order, and ready to just dive in and start writing. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm gonna get to doing some typing and some setting up. I'm gonna do the typing, sorting out like by practically holding them here, and then I'm gonna go ahead, or I might just halfway through go ahead and put them on the board. At some stage I'll be putting them on the board basically and setting them up chronologically, just, you know, looking at all of that. I'm a crazy mess. I hope I made sense. If I didn't, I apologize. I'm writing a book with children screaming in the background, and I'm trying to function, and my ADHD brain is just, you know. But I will say I'm proud of myself for not sticking to the Save the Cat beats. And what I mean by that is I am known to drive myself completely crazy and completely like just break down, full on breakdowns, because I try to do things the way I think I should do them. And this time I was like, no, I'm not. I'm going to do this the way I want to do it. And that's it. This is what feels right, and this is what I'm doing. So we are waiting for everyone to start the live, so I'm gonna get to do some work. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah.
the figurine. Oh, there's the colors. I was black. Ocean. And river. It's trying to make a river. Oh man, I forgot about my macaroni.
You forgot.
I really love the ski so much. I literally forgot about it.
Wow, there you go.
It's still hot. Cook.
Oh, take it to the kitchen. Can you take a slide to the kitchen? Yeah, can't put it on Gigi's table.